Hello and welcome. I am returning to the Narvik 4T and today I'm going to play a battle of Dombas, not to mistake with Donbas at Ukraine. It's Dombas by M. It was one of the most confusing battles during the Norwegian campaign. Why? Dombas was important railroad junction, and when Germans find out that British units are about to arrive to Norway, they decided that they need to seize Dombas because this is the shortest railroad road from the north to the south. They hadn't any units available in this area, so they decided to make airborne landing. They didn't expect any serious resistance from any Norwegian units around. From the other hand, when German transport planes arrived there, they, to their uttermost surprise, met with heavy anti-air fire. Why? Because Dombas was also one of the zones where Norwegian units and soldiers gather. There was a big weapons magazine in this town, and because of that, when German planes arrived, they were welcomed with heavy machine gun fire, and a couple of them were damaged and destroyed. The other ones scattered around, dropping their airborne units around Dombas, and some of them, damaged by the machine gun fire, flew to Sweden, where they tried to land on the frozen lake, but the ice was too thin and most of them were destroyed. So it sounds like a not very well planned operation, and it was. One of the other things that was quite interesting here was the fact that the Norwegian royal family was also hiding on the outskirts of Dombas. So Norwegians were certain that Germans are trying to capture a Norwegian royal family, and they had no idea that the German target is a junction. So after the landing, Germans launched their attack on a junction, but were faced with serious resistance of the Norwegian soldiers, and their attacks were repulsed with heavy losses. To make things worse, Norwegians gathered some reinforcements and launched their own counterattacks. In the next couple of days, all the German airborne units were destroyed and many German soldiers were taken prisoner. It was one of the biggest failures of the German army during the Norwegian campaign. So, let us carry on with the battle, and first thing we need to do is to make airborne landing for all these three German units, since they are dropped from their transport planes, so there is a chance that they are not landed on their designated hex, but they will be scattered around. So I need to make a roll, and if I will roll 1 to 4, then it lands on the different hex, and if I will roll 5 to 6, it lands on the designated hex. So first unit, 2. It is moved on some other hex, and this is going to be 1. Oh, that's unfortunate. It lands on the wood hex, and landing on the wood hex means that they have to suffer some losses, because, well, that's not the best idea to make airborne landing on the woods. So I need to make a roll for in the losses table. When landing on the woods, it's 3. Oh, that's 3 losses. This is going to hurt. It was second company, so it suffers 3 losses. That's very bad. So this company, 5. So it lands on the designated hex, and that company, it lands on the designated hex. So that's good. These two are landing fine. The first one, it lost half of its squad. Yeah, half of their men right before even the battle begins. Quite unfortunate. So now let us go. They can still move with the half of their movement points. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. So they are going to make an attack on Norwegians. This is the best moment for them to make such attack because Norwegians are not fortified. If they will be able to hold this hex until the next turn, they will be able to fortify themselves and the situation will be much harder for Germans. So now, let me check for the attacker's strength. It is 2, 2 and 1. So it's 5 versus 1, because this company has only one strength point. So it's 5 to 1 and 4 to 1 because of the town. That's pretty good. Let me roll now for the combat. Oh, 10. In the 4 to 1, this is B1. So defender has to retreat 1 hex. That's good for Germans. They capture this hex, and now I need to roll for the losses after combat. So Norwegians had 1, plus 1 because of the town, so it's 2, 3, and 4, no losses for Germans. And now Germans, they had 5, so it's 4, 5, and minus 1 because of the town, it's 10, no losses for Norwegians either. That's good for Norwegians. But it starts not bad for Germans, since they managed to capture 1 hex of the Dombas. Let them capture the second one, and they will be, well, very close to the victory. Okay, so now we are moving onto the Norwegian part of the turn 1, and Norwegians are fortifying themselves in Dombas. They are not about to perform any actions. All they have to do is to hold this hex until the reinforcements will arrive. So this concludes first turn of the first day. We are moving on to the second turn of the first day, and Germans, I think I'm going to do something like this. The one that suffered heavy losses is going to fortify itself, while the other 2 are going to attack. So, they have strength of 4, but we have a machine gun unit here. And when you are attacking machine gun unit with leg units, their strength is halved. So they have 4, and now because of the machine gun, they have now 2. So this is 2 versus 2, so 1 to 1, minus 1 because of the town, minus 1 because of the fortification. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need natural 2, natural 3 or natural 4 to do anything, to achieve anything. 11, this is A2. So attacker retreats 2 hexes. That's very bad. Let me check for losses. Germans had 4, minus 2. It's 1, no effect. Norwegians had 2, plus 2, 6, 10, 3, 1 loss on the German side. Okay, so that's all for the Germans, and now Norwegians. They are too weak to counter-attack and to drive Germans away, because they have only 2 SP. Germans have 1, but they are fortified and in the town, so that's not enough, sadly, for Norwegians to launch their counter-attack. So we are moving into turn 3 of the day 1. This is night turn. So what Germans might do? They can move up to 2 movement points or 1 hex. So 1, 2, 1, 2. They are returning to Dombas, but they are not going to attack. They don't have to, because they are in the fortification. Normally in this game you have to attack enemy who is on the adjacent hex to you, but you don't have to if your unit is in fortification. So they are fine, and that's good, because this is night turn, and attacking in the night turn is something really, really risky. So That's all for the Germans in the last turn of the first day. Norwegians are simply staying there doing nothing. This concludes first day of the battle. We are starting with second day, and Norwegian reinforcements are about to arrive. But first, Germans have to think what are they going to do. I will try to launch another strike, hoping that I will be able to suffer some losses to them. I'm going to do something like I did before. I'm attacking with 2 companies, while this one with 1 strength point is going to remain there. So again, I'm going to roll in the 1 to 3 column of the combat results table. It's 7, still bad. It's A1, so attacker has to retreat 1 hex. And now I'm going to make a roll for losses. It is 1. Oh, I'm going to reroll. No losses for Norwegians, and Norwegians had 2 plus 2, 6, 10, 5 in the 6, 10, 1 loss for Germans. That's bad. Okay, so that's all for the combat. Now we are going to Norwegians. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm moving like this, and this Norwegian infantry battalion is going to attack this German company. This is 3 to 1, and -1 for the woods, it's 2 to 1. So we have 2 to 1, and 5 in the 2 to 1, this is B1. So Germans have to retreat 1 hex, and they are moving here. Let's roll for the losses. Norwegians had 3, -1, so it's verse of 1. 9, no losses for Germans. Germans had 1, +1 for the woods, 2, 3. 6, no losses for Norwegians. So this concludes turn 1 of the second day. We are starting with turn 2. More Norwegians are about to arrive. Now some mortars. But first of all, Germans. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. My last attack, my last chance. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3 again. And again I failed. 10, this is A2. And losses. Norwegian losses, 1, no losses. German losses, 6, 10, 5, 1 loss. Oh, looks like it's going to end historically accurate. So Norwegians, they are getting their mortars there, and what I'm going to do next, I think I'm still too weak to attack them. 1, 2, 3. I will do something like this. So it's 3 versus 3, it's 1 to 1. For the Norwegians, 8 in the 1 to 1, no effect. So the losses, both sides had 3, so it's 2, 3. German losses, 10, no losses. Norwegian losses, 5, no losses. And this is the end of the turn 2 of the second day. We are moving into the night turn. And the Germans, well, they are not going to attack in the night turn, so they are retreating into the woods. And the Norwegians either are not going to attack in the night turn, so that's the end of this turn. We are in the last day of the battle. Norwegians are about to get 1 more battalion. So now you can see how crazy it is for Germans. This battle was one-sided, yes, by all means. And now this German group will they will try to attack these Norwegians. This is 3 versus 3, so it's 1 to 1. And 6 in the 1 to 1, nothing. Losses. Norwegian losses, yeah, 1 loss. So this battalion suffers 1 loss, and German losses 3, also 1 loss. And now Norwegians. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to attack the Dombas, hoping I will be able to drive Germans away. So it's 2, 3, 2, 5, 7 and 6. I'm not going to use these machine guns. So it's 6 versus 1. So it's 6 to 1, 5 to 1 because of the fortifications, 4 to 1 because of the town. 8 in the 4 to 1, this is B1, so they are driven away. And now losses. Norwegians had 6-10, -2, it's 2-3, and 12 in the 2-3, 1 loss for the German unit. It is eliminated. Let me roll for the Norwegian losses. 2-3 plus 1 plus 2, so it's 4-5 and 8, no losses. Okay, so that's the end of the first turn of the last day. We are in the second turn of the third day of the battle, and well, I guess this is going to end because Germans are too weak to achieve anything. They have only 2 strength points and Norwegians here have 5. So this is not enough for Germans to achieve anything in this battle. Well, they can only retreat into the woods, and Norwegians are getting their last reinforcement. This is a battery of anti-air guns. It is going to go here, and Norwegians are about to attack there, hoping to suffer more losses to Germans. So I have 5 and 6 because these mortars moved, and when they move, when your artillery move, it has to spend lose 1 SP for the battle, of course, not permanently. So this is 6 versus 2, 3 to 1, 2 to 1 because of the woods, 8 in the 2 to 1, nothing. And now losses. They had 6-10, -1, 4-5, so German losses 1 SP, and Germans had 2 plus 1 for the woods, 4-5, no losses for Norwegians. And the last night turn of the battle, Germans are retreating, Norwegians are not going to attack anymore because night attacks are quite deadly and risky, and that's the end of the battle. So, decisive victory for Norwegians. They get 5 victory points, 2 for each Donbas hex, and 1 for 1 enemy unit eliminated. So, long story short, in this battle, Germans have a chance for victory only in the first day of the battle. If they will be able to seize both hexes of Dombas, they might be able to gain a big number of victory points, and if they will be able to hold these hexes until the end of the game and suffer some good losses to the Norwegians, they might be victorious. Otherwise, they are on the lost position. Well, that's how it was in the history. So, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time.